Wow, channeling your inner Sharpay Evans.
What's up, everyone? We are back for another episode of What's Up Disney Plus. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Andre. Or am I? I am. Wow, I don't know how The Mandalorian wears that the entire time. But yes, we are here just in time for Halloween. Jenny, I can tell you're excited for Halloween.
I'm actually a huge fan of Maleficent, but also I haven't done my hair since March, so this worked out. But you look great.
Thank you. Glad you like the outfit. This is the way. I just figured it would be fun to dress up as the Mandalorian, not only for Halloween, but also because of the season 2 premiere. Yes, tomorrow is the day. The season 2 premiere of the Emmy Award-winning series, The Mandalorian, is coming out on Disney Plus, and I could not be more excited. I can't wait to see the new adventures of Mando and the child and all the rest of the characters in The Mandalorian.
And for all of you Animal and Nat Geo fans out there, put on your safari hats because we're gonna explore the magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom.
And then we are blasting off with a brand new series, The Right Stuff. It's produced for Nat Geo, and it's actually Nat Geo's first scripted series on Disney Plus. We'll tell you all about that, as well as so much more, because we got nothing but treats here, no tricks today. Jenny, I will be with you in a second. I gotta get out of this outfit. It's a little hot.
What? Andre, we decided, I thought we were gonna stay in our costumes the whole episode. Andre?
All right, back in my normal clothes, but still excited for The Mandalorian Season 2 because it is almost here. Jenny, can we please talk about Season 2 because I am super pumped for The Mandalorian to return.
I thought you'd never ask. Because the series itself is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order, we get all these news stories from the galaxy. So Andre, of all the things that we've seen and heard, what are the things that you're most excited about regarding Season 2?
Ooh, there's so much I can get excited about, but without spoiling too much, there's definitely some loose ends at the end of Season 1 that you're like, is that gonna carry over? But what I really know will be in the second season is more action. They already showed that off in the trailer. There's a part where it looks like a battle's about to happen, and then the screen in the trailer just cuts to black, and you just hear all these sounds. And then when it comes back, you just see one dude falling down.
This is the way.
With the Mandalorian just standing there. This is the way. And I'm like, yes, I want to see what happened. Move that black screen out of the way when the episode comes out so I can see all the action right there. I can't wait for that kind of stuff.
I love it. And then just seeing the child just like, I'm out.
Yes, he presses a little button.
It's like he's like turning like up the window in a car, you know? For me, one of the scenes that got me most excited in the trailer are the speeder bikes just like jumping off the cliffs. It's stuff like that that has me really amped, and I really do think it's gonna be action-packed and full of wonderful characters.
The action, the storytelling, and that bond between the Mandalorian and the child and all the different characters. So I think as long as all of that is intact, I'm gonna be very happy and very excited for Season 2, just like I was with Season 1.
I cannot wait until Season 2, which is tomorrow.
Right. Of course, the new season of The Mandalorian starts streaming tomorrow. Super excited about that.
We're going back to the 1950s with The Real Right Stuff on November 20th. The Real Right Stuff is a 2-hour documentary from National Geographic that tells the true story of the nation's first astronauts and pulls from hundreds of hours of archival film, interviews, home movies, and never-before-seen footage to take viewers back to the high-stakes space race era.
And finally, it's election week, and we encourage you to make your voice heard. Halloween is right around the corner, which means it is time for one of my favorite games. I call this the Axe of Villainy! Inside my jack-o'-lantern, I have the names of nefarious Disney villains. Whichever name I pull out, Ginny, you will have to do an impression of. So, Ginny, are you up for the challenge?
Of course I am up for this challenge, Andre. I was born to be a villain. But I'm actually a really nice person.
Of course, yes, of course. But for right now, villain you are, villain you shall be.
Ha!
All right, let's see what villain you will do an impression of today. Yzma, from the Emperor's New Groove.
Okay, Yzma. Okay.
Now, let the actability begin!
How shall I do it? Oh, I know. I'll turn him into a flea, a harmless little flea, and then I'll put that flea in a box, and then I'll put that box inside of another box, and then I'll mail that box to myself. And when it arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer! It's a brilliant, I tell you! Genius, I say!
That was brilliant! I can feel the evil coming out of the screen!
Okay, but you can't think that this challenge was only for me.
Wait, what?
It's your turn.
What magical power have you taken over my hand? No, I was not ready for this! No! Scar from the Lion King. Oh, I hope I can be prepared for this scene. Now, this looks familiar. Have I seen this before? Let me think. Oh, yes, I remember. This is just the way your father looked before he died. And here's my little secret. I killed Mufasa.
That was good! Dang!
Thank you. Well, I think we both showed our evil side just a little bit there. So in case there's any new room for new Disney villains, we might be ready to sign up.
Oh, yes, please. That would be a dream come true for me.
You all have secured an exclusive backstage pass to explore the magic of wonder and nature of Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park with a brand new 8-episode series from National Geographic. Obviously, we know about Disney's Animal Kingdom and all the different animals there, but you don't think sometimes about all the caregivers that also have to be there to take care of these animals. And we get to see a lot of that in this series. And it's just so nice to see how much heart that these caregivers give in taking care of these animals. Everything from if they need to perform surgery of any kind, all the way down to giving them manicures, cleaning them up, making them look nice, you know?
There's so much more that I didn't realize was going on behind the scenes. And you can tell there's just so much love from these animal keepers. These are their babies. They get teary-eyed when they talk about them, you know?
And it's just also good to see the personalities of the animals themselves. Like, I love that one scene where they're just trying to feed that giraffe so bad. It was just that nice moment of like, I'm not ready yet. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
It's all about food, like that gorilla family and his birthday cake. That was, to me,
Yes.
tops. When his sons start coming and try to take his cake, I was like, this is comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice try, Lily.
Hi, I'm Courtney Cameron,
My name is Dr. Natalie.
I'm Joe Rohde.
and I'm going to be taking you through a day in my life
Through a day in life.
Today in my life.
here at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Very early in the morning, sometimes before the sun is even up, we walk inside Disney's Animal Kingdom.
I come in and meet with my staff, and then we'll start seeing some animals out in the park, sometimes for their physical exams, sometimes just go for fun so we can participate with training.
We'll do a little training set with them in the morning, make sure they're all looking good and ready to get outside. We make sure everything's out there ready for them. So we're going to put out lots of food and enrichment and browse. Lots of time goes into cutting those diets, making them nice and small so that our animals can forage throughout the day. And that's a natural behavior if we want them to have the opportunity to do that every day.
We have a whole program working with the keepers on animal enrichment, which are things that we put with the animals to allow them to have a richer and more fulfilling day. And then the park is starting to open. You watch all the people come in, flooding into the park, heading over to Flight of Passage, heading up to Kilimanjaro Safaris, and heading over to Expedition Everest, which are usually the big destinations.
We have our afternoon where we can tie things up. We can do all of our records because that's a big part of what we do.
And then as it gets to the end of the day, I will usually go back out into the park because I do kind of want to see what it's like to be in that park.
Make sure to watch The Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom, now streaming on Disney+.
Houston, we have liftoff. It's the first ever scripted drama series on Disney Plus from National Geographic.
About space.
Yes, The Right Stuff is an 8-part series that looks at America's race into getting into space. It was almost like America's first reality show. They plucked 7 unknown pilots from obscurity with only 2 years to get someone into space, and it's this competition for fame, money, immortality, and these pilots become instant celebrities in their race to be first in space.
And here for you now, we have a cast with The Right Stuff to talk about their roles and their time on set.
One of my favorite moments was when I got to see the spacesuit for the first time.
And I remember one day when we were shooting the big New Year's scene, tons of extras. It was a beautiful set. We were all dressed up. It's one of those days where you show up at set and you go, I can't believe that this is what we get to do for a living.
When we got to go to Cape Canaveral and stand on the actual launch pads, it was awe-inspiring and incredible.
We did do a little bit of classroom pilot training where we learned the ins and outs of sort of what it takes to be a military pilot, at which point I learned that I don't have what it takes to be a military pilot or an astronaut.
We actually got to meet a lot of real astronauts, including Mae Jemison, Nicole Stott, among others.
One of the more fun things we got to do, Colin and I, was probably the Mastiff, the machine that puts you in a seat and pitches you, rolls you, and I was wise not to eat breakfast.
I would love to go to space in any capacity.
I would love to go to space.
Yes, I want to go to space.
I would want to be in space in real life, but I wouldn't want to be launched into space.
I would not, because I'd be too scared.
Absolutely not. I am perfectly happy with my 2 feet on this earth.
Make sure to watch the original series, The Right Stuff from National Geographic, now streaming on Disney+.
Okay, we can't leave without reminding you that tomorrow is the season 2 premiere of The Mandalorian. We are beyond excited for this, and make sure you tune in next week. We might be talking about that premiere.
Oh my gosh, of course we will. And be sure to leave a comment below and let us know what your favorite Disney Plus Halloween movie is. And as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
We will see you next time, and happy Halloween, Jenny.
Happy Halloween, Andre.
Whoa!